In today's video, I'm going to show you how to build your first Make workflow from scratch, so you can start automating tasks between your apps right away. If you find this helpful, be sure to like and subscribe, and let's get right into it. First, let's cover what a workflow actually is inside Make. Here, a workflow is called a scenario, and it's simply a series of automated steps that move or process data between your applications. Think of it like a recipe. You have an ingredient that comes in, you do something with it, and then you get a finished result at the other end. Most workflows follow a very basic pattern. A trigger starts everything off, you process that data, and then an action takes place. For example, a new form submission triggers the workflow. You process that information, and then you automatically add that person to a mailing list. The trigger is the event that wakes up your workflow. It waits patiently for a specific thing to happen, like a new row appearing in a spreadsheet, a new email arriving, a form being submitted, or even an incoming webhook from another service. Once that trigger fires, you then need an action. Actions are the tasks that get performed after the trigger runs, such as creating a new record, sending an email, updating a database, or adding a subscriber to a list. In Make, each of these steps, whether it's a trigger or an action, is called a module. Every module represents a connection to one of your applications. Now let's build one. Start by clicking on Scenarios from the left menu, then select Create a new scenario. This will open up the Scenario Builder, which is your visual automation workspace. Click the big plus button to add your first module. Search for the application you want to start with, and select a trigger module. You'll then need to connect that application by clicking Add Connection, signing in, and authorizing Make to access your account. After that, configure the trigger by selecting exactly what resource to monitor. Maybe a specific spreadsheet, a table, an inbox, or a form. Next, add an action module by clicking the plus icon that appears after your trigger. Select another application and choose an action. Configure that action by telling Make where the data should be sent. Perhaps to a spreadsheet row, a database record, or an email recipient. You'll then see something called data mapping. This is how you transfer information between modules. For instance, you can map a name field from your trigger over to a customer name field in your action, and an email field over to an email address field. It's just dragging and dropping values. Take a moment to review the workflow path and make sure your modules are connected in the right order. You can also add filters which control what data continues through the workflow. For example, only continue if a status equals approved. If you need more complex logic, routers let you split your workflow into multiple branches, so different conditions can trigger different actions. To test everything, click Run once, then generate some sample data in the source application. Watch the execution as each module processes the data, confirming the information moves correctly through the workflow. Finally, check your destination application to verify the action completed successfully. Once you're satisfied, click Save and give your scenario a clear descriptive name like Lead Capture Workflow or Customer Notification Automation. That's it, you've now built your first Make workflow. You understand the basics of triggers, actions, modules, and data mapping, and you know how to test and save your automation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.